Okay, so today I received this Chromecast unit and I'm going to install it on this TV set and see how easy it is to install it and see how well it works. So stay tuned. So this is the unit in the box, small little unit. Let's see what else is in here. So you've got a cable for charging it. And then from what I understand, there's a short extension cable. This is the power unit. Plugs into AC power. And then there's a short little dongle, little extension unit. So if you have trouble plugging into your TV, and I'll probably use this for mine because my HDMI is hard to get to. So anyway, I'm going to hook it up to the TV. I'm not going to show that part. I'm just going to hook it up to the HDMI in on the TV and hook it up to power, and then we'll resume the test. Okay, so the Chromecast is plugged into the TV. It's powered up. Now I'm turning on the TV. And right now it's on the Roku input. So I'm going to go to the input for HDMI. There it is, and it's saying it's 1280 by 720, and it's saying set me up on your laptop or phone. Visit Google/Chromecast/setup. Okay, so I'm going to get my iPad and try to do it on the iPad. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to go to the setup page. Here we go. Welcome, let's get you set up in casting. Visit the Apple Store and download the Chromecast app. I've actually already got that. So I guess I got to launch the Chromecast app. Of course, it didn't tell us that. This is our first setup fail. Accept. Okay, set up a new Chromecast. Chromecast XXXX, okay. It's the only one I've got. What's it doing? Go to your iPad's Wi-Fi settings and select your new Chromecast for the same device name you can see on your TV screen. Okay, my setup name is Chromecast 2213. Okay, so I guess I got to go to my Wi-Fi. So I'm going to my utilities, settings, Wi-Fi, and Chromecast. Here we go. So I guess it's setting up the Chromecast now. My setup name is Chromecast 2213. Okay, so it's got a handshake on that. Okay, so I had to come back to the app. After you select it in the Wi-Fi, you have to come back to the app, and then it handshakes with it, and then it is, I guess, set up. So, so now I guess I can go back to my settings, go back to my normal Wi-Fi, so I have a Wi-Fi connection, and then hopefully now it will operate. We will see. Okay, so now I'm going to launch the YouTube app. Okay, and I'm going to go to Autos and Vehicles. Okay, so here's one on the McLaren. Jay Leno's Garage, good stuff. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can send this to my Chromecast very easily. Let's see here, where's the thingamajig? I don't see anything. Let me see if it's on here. I don't see anything that says send it to Chromecast.
I've been chosen to be the very first person outside of McLaren to
Huh.
drive the new exciting P1.
So I'm not sure. I'll have to fool around with this some more. Not very user-friendly, I can say that so far. Okay, so I went back to the Chromecast app and it says no Chromecast found. It wants me to set up again. So it looks like I'm chasing my tail here. I'll keep working on this, keep troubleshooting it. I'm just glad I'm not an Android user. Boy, this is a bag of hurt. Okay, so now I'm in a screen where I've got to continue this setup. So I'm going to say next and pick a name to identify your Chromecast. Okay, so now it looks like I do have the Chromecast icon up here. So I'm going to tap that and send it to the living room. Here we go. This is the moment of truth. Here it goes. Choose YouTube video on your mobile. I just did that. Oh, here it comes. It's a little bit slow.
We showed a prototype.
Okay, there it is.
We drove it a few feet, but it was a one-off. This is the final design.
And the quality looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and close my iPad now.
I want you to meet the, Frank, what is the exact title?
I'm the head of the 918.
Head of the
The
918.
quality looks pretty good.
Perfect.
Ah, there you go. And you're the,
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to watch something on
Just
Netflix.
the right size. You know, cars get
So I'm going to take my iPad
This is nimble car. Very nimble car. Let's go over the technical spec.
and I'm going to go to Netflix.
In the times of a hybrid, you have to talk about the system power. System power is 887 horsepower in total.
Right.
So we have from the combustion engine 608 horsepower, normally aspirated V8.
Right.
And then we have an additional 285 from the electric.
So Netflix is launching on my iPad. Oh, I've got to sign in because I haven't used it for a while.
Brand new V8.
It's a brand new, only for this car.
I'd like to insert a quick little comment here. One thing I noticed after using this a little bit is it's a problem when you have to pause the play quickly, like you get a phone call or something like that, and you've already closed your iPad to let it go to sleep. You got to open it up. It's got to wake up. You've got to sometimes tap twice on the play button to pause, like Netflix or something like that, or YouTube. It's not very quick. And also if you have to start something playing again, it kind of reloads the whole thing, whereas on my Roku it'll just pause wherever it is and I can come back 10 minutes later and hit play and it just immediately plays. So that's an issue, I think, for everyday usability.
That's a unique look.
Yeah, that's really, that really.
Okay, so I'm signed into my Netflix account,
Okay.
and
Yeah. I think it's a lot.
what I'm going to do,
And what does the car weigh?
I'm going to find one that is
In kilograms,
that's definitely in
32.
HD.
very, very light.
Yeah.
So let's try Scandal.
Capacity.
It's 6.8 kilowatt hours. It gives you a mileage of approximately 10 to 16 miles.
Okay.
Okay, so
This is what the future's going to be.
You really want to ask me?
now I'm sending it to the TV, to the living room,
And consequently, your choice is either you ban those.
and now this should trump, yeah, it's trumping what was on there. Comes Netflix. By the way, I have a pretty fast internet connection, Comcast, and it's pretty fast. This doesn't seem like it's any faster than my old antiquated Roku. Roku would have probably loaded by now. So not super impressed with that load time. Yeah, that quality is definitely not as good as the Roku. Very pixelated. Let's see, maybe it's adjusting. Yeah, it looks like it's getting a little better. It was pixelated in the beginning. Looks like it's getting clearer now.
As we know, Quinn Perkins didn't exist until 2008.
So,
Prosecute crime. So at some point,
yeah, it looks like it's decent quality now.
I ran her prints. Don't worry, I did it myself. Good thing, because otherwise there'd be about
So,
$1,000
I'm going to test some more, and I'm going to see if how long you can watch on Netflix without it spooling or anything like that. But so far, right now, this quality looks very good. It's locked into some very good quality. So let me How do I stop this now? Oh, here we go. Just pause it.
I'm gonna need to take.
Okay, so I just paused it. So I'm going to play around with this some more. I think the setup could have been a little bit smoother. They're relying on people reading like instructions and not moving forward. So that's a little bit of a problem. I'm going to play with it and we'll see. One thing about the Roku is, you know, it's got its own remote and it's its own standalone unit, so you don't have to have like an iPhone or an Android device or a laptop or something like that to control it. So that's going to, you know, put a hamper on this for a lot of people. A lot of people aren't going to want to have their smartphone or their iPad or whatever to control their TV. Of course, techies, that's going to be fine for them, but John Q. Public, not so sure about that. So we'll see. I'm going to play around with this some more. Right now, I give it 2.5 stars out of 5. Kind of a marginal product, but it's got some potential.